Alright, welcome back to another Concord Rangers Football Manager episode. Thank you for joining me today. As you can see, we're ready to line up against Chelsea. Man United drew. That does have some impact. That means that we only need we have two less points to get. So we need 8 points to win the title now. With a fair few games to go. I think we've got 7 games to go to get 8 points. Should be able to do that, no problem. Away at Chelsea, though, always a tricky place to go. We've known that in the past. In recent times, we've not done too badly against them, but historically, we have had problems at Chelsea. Chelsea are on a bit of a run of good form despite losing the last game as well. So I'm going to try and play as full strength as I can. Don't want to take any chances. Garcia is available. I don't think it's wise to play him. Kennedy's been playing quite well. And Garcia probably just recovering from injuries. No point risking him. What do? We don't need 2 defenders on the bench. I'll put Zamfroff on for. I'm going to play Fatai today. I might give another couple of players a run out. I'm going to start Perez at left wing. I know it's risky, but I'm trying to just basically trying to. We've got a big game, obviously. We've got Spurs coming up in the Champions League. I don't want to be risking players getting injured, getting tired. So I'm going to just try out a couple of players, put Perez in there. I'll leave Poyak on the bench though. So Hackett, Wroblewski, yeah, we'll go with that. Any other concerns? No. There we go. Let's do that. Big game. Big game. Let's do this. In terms of, I'm going to just mute that. I do say I expect to win. We've obviously drawn our last 2 Premier League games against teams that we should be beating. Our form in the league has actually not been as hot as I'd hoped it'd be. But we're not losing games. We're continuing to be unbeaten, so we're difficult to beat, that's for sure. We're scraping some games. They've got some really good players, and there's a couple of ex-Concord players I can see in there. Oscar Angulo, obviously. He's playing centre-back where we usually used to play in midfield. He's playing centre-back for Chelsea. Daniel Usman. David Usman. I keep calling him Daniel. David Usman. He's up front. He's ex-Concord. A couple of good players like Stasiak, Dionisi, Cargulo. We've got some good players. Elmiga's very good. How's Elmiga doing this year? Number 6 as a striker is annoying, isn't it? 22 goals this year. Yeah, they've got some really good players. But we should be winning. They're 10th, I think they are. We should be winning this game. But if we did lose at home, one of the 2 games we've lost in the league was to this team. So I'm going to try and see if there's a revenge. Yeah, we owe Chelsea what happened in the last match. Hopefully that gives them a bit of a kick and gets them going. Obviously, the Stamford Bridge used to be our home back in the day. I'm going to keep an eye on that Spurs result. Because that does have some sort of an effect, even though they are further behind. Actually, no, I'm just going to keep an eye on the league table. Oh, we've got a highlight here. Chelsea coming forward. It's dealt with well. Bruninho's just dropping a bit deeper, as I've told him to today. Here's Perez. Monaghan. Lovely ball. Benraba's there! Wonderful ball by Monaghan. Benraba tucks it in at the back post. The first attack of the game for us, really, and we've gone and scored. Lovely goal, great time to score early on. It just alleviates a bit of the pressure, I think. A win sends us back to 14 points clear today, up from 12 to 14 with 6 games to go. It's running out of time for the teams below us. They keep just dropping points in our games, and we've dropped a few points in the last couple of games, but we've been way more consistent than everybody else. Let's face it. That's what being 14 points clear gives you. Here's Kennedy. Benraba, got to drop that across. Doesn't. Sugar. Should have dropped that back. Bruninho was free. But it stays 1-0 and we're looking good. I mean, possession is slightly edged by Chelsea, but they're doing nothing with it. A lot of these teams kind of play possession football, but don't try to attack when they're playing someone good like us. They just try and see out the game. Try and get a point, but not going to happen when you're 1-0 down, lads. You've got to come forward a bit more. Always good as well when you're playing teams like that to get the early goal. It forces them out. Here's Benrahma, already causing problems in this game. Benrahma, save, should be a goal. Bruninho puts it in. Get in, 2-0. Benrahma creating the opportunity again. He's absolutely fantastic. Again, went for the shot, probably should have dropped it back to get an assist, but scores the goal. Bruninho scores the goal into the empty net. 2-0. Look at this, lovely stuff. Good to get revenge on them, but we've got to stay tight. This ain't going to be done if we just continue. We've got to really keep our heads on it. I am probably going to make a couple of substitutions early on in the second half if it stays sort of 2-0 if we are in control of the game, because just worried about a couple of players. Here's Perez though. Has a go. Strikes it wide. Handy player Perez, but in the last few weeks has not looked, well, I've barely given him any playing time. I've barely started him, but I got quite an embarrassment of riches in the winger department. 2-0. We're in control, that's for sure. Just going to tend not to get complacent because we've got to stay hot on it. We're playing well. As I said, a win puts us 14 points clear, meaning that we only need 5 points from the remaining 6 games, which is a near certainty with our form. And hopefully we won't need to be going into that final game of the season against Man City with needing a point, because that could be tricky. In terms of, I forgot to mention in the next game who we've got in the FA Cup, and it's a tasty draw, I tell you. Another opportunity here. Monaghan, Harvey, Perez. Get across. Harvey, Fatai. Oh, I think Fatai sometimes opts for the pass when he could shoot, but that's fine. It's Bruninho. It's 3-0. It's a lovely finish by Bruninho. He's starting to kick on now, Bruninho. 4 goals in 2 games for him. 3-0 up away at Chelsea. Brilliant football, patient football. Benrahma with the assist on that one. All right, hour gone. Let's make some substitutions. I'm going to look at the condition of a couple of players. Who should I bring off? Definitely Benrahma. Cycling van turned up. Definitely going to bring off Benrahma. He's played very well, but I don't really want to risk him anymore. And first team players I should probably give a rest. Benini's on 2 goals. I feel bad about taking strikers off if they're on 2 goals. I'm going to take off Dean Hughes. The only other option is Stocker, really. Is that risky? Might be. I don't want to play 2 deep line playmakers, but Stocker can actually play box to box. So I might get him to do that. We can do not box to box, advanced playmaker. Oh, I'm going to play him box to box, see if he can do any job. Might force him a bit forward a bit more, but get him to drop back. Here's Fatai with the free kick. Oh, headed over. We're looking good, lads. We're looking very good. 3-0 up here. Is Kennedy. Always made a mistake there. It's Forbes for Chelsea. That's well played, Kennedy. Monaghan. Got the assist for the first goal. Gives it to Hackett. Away goes Hackett. Michael Hackett. Right, the keeper. Looking good though, lads. Looking very strong. Have I got a defender off? I'm going to bring off one of the defenders. I know I'm never really that keen on bringing off defenders in games because you kind of form a bit of a partnership, but I'm just going to bring on Harewood. Just the idea is that I want to rest a few players now that we're 3-0 up. We're cruising the game. We've obviously got a huge game of the week against Spurs in the Champions League quarter-final. So want to try and rest some players and make sure that they're ready. Might mean we concede a goal or two, but I'm hoping we don't. Obviously. Bruninho's done brilliantly today. Considering I'm not playing him advanced forward, he's playing from deep. He's got a couple of goals. That's a nice ball, that. Here's Jairzinho. Save by Robinson. That was a real chance for Chelsea. Their best chance of the game. But we're cruising here. Our old stomping ground, obviously. Stamford Bridge played there whilst The Concord Stadium was under development for a bit. That was probably our worst season, isn't it? We didn't really settle in Stamford Bridge. Neither of the ex-Concord players in the Chelsea had a particularly good game. Oscar Angulo is looking like he's the highest rated player, despite his defence being the reason they're being 3-0 down. But there we go. Just cruise through, lads. We're doing really well. Excellent performance. That should do it. Lovely stuff. 3-0. You can't ask for much more than that. Benrahma was brilliant yet again. Absolutely brilliant. Buzzing with that performance. Always a tricky place to go to, and especially obviously because they beat us early in the season as well. Quite comfortably, actually. I think we were 1-0 up, but conceded 3 goals in no time in the second half, or something like that, and lost 3-1. Well, we qualified for the Champions League, so there's that. But I think that was always on the cards. Yeah, Benrahma was brilliant. Excellent stuff. Only a 2-game episode today, lads, but I will show you who we've got in the FA Cup draw. We've got in the semi-final, and as you can see, a very strange one. Plymouth Argyle. League One Plymouth Argyle made it to the semi-final. They beat a Championship side to get there, and we drew them. And the other semi-finals, Arsenal and West Ham. So we've got all the big teams around us: Spurs, Man United, Man City, Chelsea, Leeds, Liverpool. All have dropped out of the competition, and the only two left, the highest left. I mean, we're West Ham. West Ham are currently 6th, so you could say they're the toughest. They've got Arsenal and we've got Plymouth Argyle, so hopefully that should be quite a comfortable semi-final. But yeah, that's for next episode, I think. Are we going to play that next episode? Probably. But for this one, we've got 1 game left, and that is a home Champions League quarter-final first leg against Spurs. Okay. Spurs, our old enemy. As you can see there, our record against them isn't very good. We've already beaten them 5 times ever in the 22 times that we've played them. So it's going to be a tricky game. And now we've got to play them twice to get through to the Champions League semi-final and our 6th successive Champions League final. It's full strength for me. You've got to go full strength. I want to win this. I want to try and basically conquer Europe, conquer the world, and be the best team. Again, Garcia is not a good idea to play for this game. Kennedy though. What's Garcia's condition like? Well, it's better than Kennedy's. It's his sharpness. That's the problem. I'm going to go with Garcia and keep Frith on the bench as a possible replacement. Take off Harewood. Zanfroth on there. Take off Fatai, put on Hackett. That's the team. Dear. Okay. Yeah, we'll go with that. Hopefully, this is Garcia's first game back for a few weeks. It might not be the best game for him, but he's just got to play. He's got to play. There's a part of me that's tempted to play Zanfroth today. But to be fair, Monaghan played well, didn't he? So I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. I'll put him on advanced forward. There we go. All right. Do what you did against PSG, lads, and we won't have any problems. 4-0 win at home here will be lovely. Obviously, we drew with Spurs the last time we played them. Drew them 2-2. Game we should have won, really. We were ahead towards the end. Went 1-0 down, but turned it around brilliantly at the beginning of the second half. As if, obviously, we keep looking at the Spurs team, and there's always a few familiar faces in there. Aki Sarinen was on loan with us for a season. John Rankin was with us for a few years. Carl Hussey was with us for a few years. Obviously, we know the dangers of Yauman and Francekovic. Matthias Alonso's on their bench. He was our right back for was it just 1 season? I think it was. But here we go. Pick up where they left off. Expect nothing but a win to keep the good run going. We haven't lost many games this year. I think we lost 5 in total. 2 in the league, 1 in the Carabao Cup, and 2 in the Champions League. We obviously lost to both into home and away. So this has been the rockiest in terms of, well, other than the last round was brilliant when it's 6-1 on against PSG, but this has been the rockiest it's been for us in terms of a Champions League campaign. Usually cruise through for a lot of it. Here's Polyak, been tackled well there. Headed well by Davis though. He's an absolute mountain in the back. He doesn't get beaten very often. Here's Benrahma now. Lovely from Benrahma. Get the ball in. Bruninho's in there. Oh! Effort was blocked. Defended well. Would have been a classic Bruninho goal. Low cross and him finishing it off, but defended well by Spurs. And I thought they were going to start a counter-attack there, but they didn't. Promising signs early on though. Promising signs. It's always going to be tricky this game. They've got players that really worry me going forward. Francekovic and Serena especially. They're just fantastic goal scorers. They scored a lot against us in the past. Here's Benrahma. Nice touch there to get it away. Bruninho's in the centre again. It's been blocked out. Headed forward. Another opportunity maybe. Stocker back in the team. Davis. Okay, he dropped it back to the keeper. He plays it long. Controlled well by Stocker there. And that's a long ball by Davis and brilliantly brought down by Benrahma. Here we go, Benrahma! What a goal! Beautiful ball by Davis. Brought down beautifully by Benrahma and he smashes it in at near post. Not great goalkeeping. But it's 1-0 and Benrahma's fantastic season continues. We're 1-0 up here against Spurs in the quarterfinal of the Champions League. Still, there's still time to go. We've got to keep our heads. Long ball by Hughes, and it's we're in that briefly Benrahma again. Bruninho's in the area. That's a terrible challenge. That's got to be a penalty. Oh, he's looking at the... Don't even need to look at the screen. He's gone through him, hasn't he? He's gone through him, surely. Latifa Moa. Really poor challenge. Surely that's a penalty. Penalty it is. Get in there. Who's going to be on it? I think it'll be Polyak. We've had a few penalties this year and Polyak's stepped up as our main penalty taker recently. Here he goes. Bags it. 2-0. I was worried about this game. But our form we've played, in the last 3 games, we've played 3 really tricky teams. Man City, Chelsea and Spurs. We scored 6 goals in total against Man City and Chelsea. We've already scored 2 against Spurs here. We're looking very good. We're looking very good. Oh, look at this football, lads. We're taking the mick out of them. Monaghan, Polyak. Could it be another one? Bruninho's in there, but Polyak goes alone. Is a good challenge. Corner. Was that a highlight? Corner to take him. Headed away. Monaghan, drop it back, lad. Goes what? Oh, that's poor for Monaghan. But we're looking very good. Again, Spurs edging the possession. So they've got 2 teams on the trot that have, I think even Man City tried it as well. They're trying to take more possession from us, but we just know how to score. Oh, that was a chance though. That was a real chance for Spurs. Francekovic at the near post. There's a highlight immediately from the goal kick, and we've played it long. There's a few more long balls from the back, which I'm not usually used to. Here's Polyak. Bruninho's in there. Here's Bruninho. It's 3-0. We're dominating. We're absolutely dominating. Creating chances. The Spurs defence have no idea how to deal with us. Benrahma, Polyak and Bruninho, the 3 forward stars of the team, have got a goal each. We're all over them, boys. We're absolutely all over them. It's another brilliant home Champions League performance like it was against PSG. Went 4-0 up in that game. Spurs have no idea how to deal with us. The wing backs, or the full backs they got, Maguna and Amoa, we've got them on toast at the moment with Benrahma and Polyak running at them. This is easy, lads. This is easy. We're too good for them. Man City 1-0 down against Atletico Madrid. We won't play them. We'll play the winners of the, I think it's Man United Liverpool. We're not 100% sure. Is it Liverpool? Might not be Liverpool. Oh, Serena puts it in. I think it's going to be offside. It is offside. Lovely finish by Serena. He's a fantastic goal scorer. I got a lot of time for him. He did really well in the season he had with us. But there we go, lads. Yeah, I'm not going to say too much. I'm just going to warn them against complacency and just hopefully they continue. Keep going, play with this. We'll win the game, no problem. wouldn't like to concede as well. I think if you're at first leg at home, just don't concede a goal. It just puts them in massive. It puts the home team in the second leg under massive pressure. Here's Benrabah. It's punched away, and Serenen's on the counter attack now for Spurs. This could be an opportunity. Serenen goes. He's a great goal scorer, but he's not scored that one. Blasted wide by Aki Serenen. He's not had a great game. He obviously scored that goal, which was disallowed. Yes, close down Serenen. Thank you. Right. Let's look at Davis. Davis or I guess Smith actually. Smith's probably a better option. Mark specific player. Aki Serenen. There we go. Confirm. Okay. Might be an idea to take Benrabah off again. Obviously, he's played very well, but his conditions are just on a little bit of a low side. Games are coming thick and fast. I don't want these players to get tired. We've got the next episode is massive. There's a chance for Spurs here, mind. Come on, boys. That's it. Good clearance. Who's there? I thought maybe Bruninho might be filling that hole. He didn't. And Spurs come away again. Don't concede. Good work from Garcia there. Back in the team after injury, and he's playing very well. That's a terrible challenge by Gallego. He's already been booked. It's going to be a red card. They're down to 10 men. They're 3-0 down. It is absolutely glorious stuff. I'm going to bring off Benrabah. I know he's played really well, but just sort of arrest a couple of players. Going to bring on Hackett for him. We'll deal with that. Brilliant stuff from Benrabah. Again, he's on fantastic form this year. He's been great all year, to be honest. Going back to, I think, probably his best season was possibly his first or second season with us. He was really good. In the last couple of years, Polyak has taken over as the main attacking threat, but Benrabah this year has been back to his best. Spurs now playing out from the back. I think a goal for them could make things very interesting, because then they'll have, my word, but Hackett takes it away. Bruninho's in here if you need him. Puts it inside. Polyak's there. It's 4-0. 21st goal of the season for Polyak. We're doing to Spurs what we did to PSG. I was more worried about this tie. I thought this tie was really tricky, but it's been a fantastic performance from the boys. Going to take off Polyak as well. Obviously, I know he's on a hat-trick, but I just worry about condition at the moment. And going to take off Bruninho as well and bring on Wroblewski. There you go. Lovely stuff. Play the fringe players now. 4-0 up in the Champions League first leg of the quarter-final. We're enjoying life. We're enjoying life at the moment. Everything's going swimmingly. It's going... Stocker. Oh, even Stocker cross one in. What a strike. He doesn't score many, but that is a blinder from Stocker. It's 5-0. Wow. This is a bit of a return of some of the beatings we've taken at the hands of Spurs over the years. 5-0. They're crashing out of the Champions League. We've gone one better than what we did against PSG. Cruising this. Lovely goal by Stocker. Just curling that in. Lovely to see. And there you go, lads. Bloody easy. 5-0. Not much more I can say, is it, really? Just a stunning performance. Absolutely buzzing. That's the semi-final of the Champions League. Basically sorted. You can play a couple of fringe players in that next game. Just kill the game off. Get an early goal. Mean that they need to score 7. Easy peasy, lads. Easy peasy. That's today's episode, lads, and what an episode it was. 8 goals. We've scored 11 goals in 3 games, and those 3 games were against Man City, Chelsea and Spurs. Absolutely unreal. Next game, next episode is going to be a big one. 3-match episode. West Ham at home in the league. It will be tricky. But it could keep us, just make us... There is a possibility that we can win the league, depending on other results, but we can win the league in the next game. A possibility. It depends on what Man United and Spurs do. But if they lose, or even if they draw is still not confirmed. But if they lose and we win, it's over. League title is ours, but it depends on those results. And then we'll have the second leg of the Champions League final, which we're the Champions League quarter final, which we're 5-0 up. I should play the youth. I might play a couple of guys who've never played for us, put them on the bench. And then we've got a FA Cup semi-final against Plymouth, which we should win. But I'm not going to take it for granted. I will play a strong team to make sure that we get through that, because we've slipped up in the semi-final before. There we go, lads. Things are looking great. The treble is on. I'll see you next time. Cheers then.